Hello, hi guys, welcome to the Studentship YouTube channel. In this video, I will give you tips and guidance on how you can pass your Post UTME exam. As you know, the Post UTME exam is a screening test for students who want to get admission into the university or Polytechnic. Now, most universities and Polytechnic use the 50-50 ratio. What do I mean? That is 50% of your total aggregate score would be for your JAMB and the other 50 will be for your Post UTME, while some schools use the 60-40 ratio where the 60% will be for your JAMB and the 40% will be for your Post UTME. But the important point here is you need to pass your Post UTME exam, because there are students who get high score in their JAMB but fail to get a good score in their Post UTME, thus denying them admission into the university. So it's very important you get a good score in your JAMB examination and an excellent score in your Post UTME. So now the first thing you need to do as a student taking the Post UTME exam is to actually look at your JAMB score, evaluate your JAMB score. So there are students who apply to study competitive courses in highly sought after schools. So for example, you see students with a JAMB score of 220 applying to study nursing at let's say Unilag, University of Lagos. You know that the chances of that person get admission is very low because the course and the university. So you actually have to look at your JAMB score to know if you are qualified for that course. I know you will say, but the general cutoff mark is 160, it's 180. That means I can write the Post UTME. Writing the Post UTME is not the important thing you should know. But what is important is you getting the cutoff mark, because cutoff mark is determined based on the general performances of students. So whatever course you are studying, you need to know if your JAMB score can get that course for you in your school of choice. So if you are not sure about your chances, you can let me know in the comment section and I will ensure that I get back to you as soon as possible. Now, the next thing is to develop confidence in yourself. You have to believe that, yes, I can pass this Post UTME exam. Many students go for these exams with the mindset that there's no way I'll be able to make it through because of the population, the number of students who have applied for that same course, and all of this affects your psychology, because if you don't have the right mindset, you don't develop the right mindset, it will affect your preparations for the Post UTME exam. So make sure you have that belief in yourself that I can pass this Post UTME exam. No matter what people have said about how this school Post UTME is very difficult, you can pass your Post UTME exams for sure. The next thing is to know the Post UTME format for your school. You see, every university and polytechnics in Nigeria have their Post UTME format. Some schools' Post UTME format is the same as the JAMB subject combination. For example, at the University of Nigeria, if you took physics, chemistry, biology, and use of English in your JAMB exam, that is the same subject combination you will take in your Post UTME. While other schools, you'll be asked questions on mathematics, verbal, and quantitative reasoning. It's very important to know what you are going to face in your Post UTME exam. If you don't know or you are not sure of the format for your school, you can let me know in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Now, moving on to the next point is to study with the Post UTME syllabus. You see, the syllabus is a list of topics you need to go through before the Post UTME exam. These are the outlines, the guides that will tell you where questions will be asked from. Now, for some schools like Obafemi Awolowo, or if you are taking literature in your Post UTME exam, your literature text you need to study for the exam. But for science students who are taking physics, chemistry, biology, and all of that, you probably stick with your JAMB textbooks and syllabus, because there are no special textbooks for these courses. So first of all, it's very important you know the format. Then you study using these syllabus so that you will not study out of line, so that you're able to know what you need to study for the Post UTME exam. The next thing is to get the past question. You see, past questions are necessary to get a good score, because some schools Post UTME format is quite different from the JAMB examination. So you need to understand the format. You need to know how your school of choice asks their question in the Post UTME screening, and that is the reason why you should get the past question. Now, the past question is not a booklet, is not a material that you should start cramming, hoping to see exact replica on the day of your exam. No, that past question is first of all to let you know the format for the exam, how questions will be asked. Then number two is supposed to be a kind of a self-evaluatory tool to determine your level of preparation. Because if I'm studying biology, the only way for me to know that, yes, I understand the topic is when I'm able to answer questions on that topic in the Post UTME past question. So ensure you get a past question for your school. You can get the hard copy. So wherever you are in the country, you can always get somebody to send it to you over to your location, or you can try to get a free PDF online or download the Post UTME app on Google Play Store. So, but if you're having challenges with getting a past question for your school, you can also let me know in the comment, and I will see how to help you with getting the past question. So after getting the Post UTME past question, make sure you stay updated on your school of choice Post UTME news, because it's very important you don't miss out on any information. So you can do this by joining my Facebook group or other Post UTME Facebook groups. So the Post UTME is the last test you need to pass before getting admission to your school of choice. So when you are studying, it's very important you develop a good study plan, a good study strategy. And how do you do this? You can do this by drafting out a personal study timetable. Ensure that you allocate each subject to each day of the week. So for example, you can decide to study English on Monday, biology on Tuesday, and so forth and so on. So ensure you get a full study timetable that will help you with your preparation. The next thing is to study in a serene environment, because while preparing for your Post UTME, you will not want to study in a noisy environment, a place where you'll be easily distracted. So ensure you look for somewhere in your house or around you, whether in the state library, in a school close to you. Ensure you get a place where you can study without distraction. While studying for your Post UTME exams, make sure that you do away with social media distractions. I mean, you should try as much as possible not to be distracted by Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, and Instagram. So when you're studying, it is advisable to turn off your notifications, your data when you are studying, because these are things that can easily distract you. Next point is to do research while studying. While you are studying for your Post UTME, ensure that you do research. What do I mean by research? When you come across difficult topics and concepts, watch YouTube tutorial or read up about them on Google search. For example, you are studying a topic on ecology, you don't understand a concept on ecology, you can quickly Google that concept, that subtitle, that topic, and you go to read and get a complete explanation. Another thing you can do to boost your performance in the Post UTME exam is to attend Post UTME tutorials. There are tutorial centers around you that are conducted for students taking the Post UTME exam. Ensure you attend those tutorials, because while attending those tutorials, you'll be able to get explanations to topics that you find difficult. Make sure you don't get distracted when you go for Post UTME tutorial. Now, by the time you're able to do all of this, get the Post UTME syllabus, get the recommended textbooks, get the past questions, study and attend tutorials, I can assure you that you will do well in your Post UTME, because the Post UTME is like a second opportunity. It's a second chance you have, because this is an exam that is taking place after your JAMB examination. So those mistakes, those errors you made during your JAMB, now is the time for you to correct them. So ensure you prepare. Do not rely on your high JAMB score. You also need to get an excellent performance in your Post UTME exam. If you have any questions, you need further clarifications, let me know in the comment section. Make sure you click on the like button and the subscribe button. For now, bye bye. I wish you success in your Post UTME examination. My name is Blessing Olariwa.